Welcome to the Swamp, home of the Florida Gators, and we've long been told it is here that only the Gators get out alive. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Gators will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Kentucky Wildcats offense is on the field for the first time today. And here he comes. This offense is built completely around the talents of this running back, a rare commodity in today's game, and all eyes are on him.
And the defense knows it too. You know every single snap, this defense is going to be keying on this running back, knowing that he is the key to the offense's success.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? There's no getting around the fact that they have really scuffled in the first half of SEC play, and now the task is to try to turn it around.
Well, and a lot of times it requires shifting your goals, and this is not how you want it to start, but how can we win this week and take advantage of every opportunity we get, Jesse? So it hasn't been ideal, but there's still some talent, and you can still salvage some wins on the schedule.
Yeah, it's all about finishing the season strong, right? I think this team believes that in this last week, they were able to sort of reset their focus on doing exactly that. They believe they have the horses in the locker room to win games like this. This could be the momentum shift they need.
A strike downfield. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Jones. Crosses the 30. He's got a leg. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
It is getting loud as this crowd tries to help its defense. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They get him down after he makes the catch. Operating in the red zone here on second down. They're going to throw it again. Gets rid of it. And wings it incomplete.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. No good. And guys, after the miss, no change in the score.
You can't miss opportunities like that. You're playing on the road in a hostile environment. You're trying to seize momentum right out of the gate. You get a nice drive to start the game, and then you miss the field goal. You don't get any points to show for that. If they're going to win this one, guys, they've got to take advantage of those types of opportunities.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Brings up second down.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Fast motion from the offense. Little touch pass to the receiver. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
And how about setting the tone right there? Like, you're going to cover this guy coming across the field. Get it to him early on the first drive. Let him know this playmaker is going to be touching the ball early and often, and he picks up the big game.
Fires to the big fella. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Running it to the right. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. And the boys of old Florida are getting it done on the ground.
And you've seen time periods in history in Florida where they didn't care about the run. Spurrier, just throw it. Yeah, Jesse, throw it again. Yeah, throw it again. Just chuck it around. But I like when they commit to the ground game, have some success to create some balance.
And what moves this guy has. The jukes, the wiggles, the squirts just went right past him and picked up the first down. And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple of carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
They'll put the tight end in motion. They've softened them up with the run. Now to throw it. And that's going to fall to the ground. Incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Really tough run there. He got 4. That'll leave him a yard short on 4th down.
4th down coming up.
They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On the move. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They move the tight end all over. Handoff to the lone back. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And a great job by the linebacker. You can tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
It's still 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Coming after it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5.
The return is brought down at the 16.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Finds a soft spot in the middle. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. You see a Gator bringing the heat like that, you think about Derek Harvey, who was the MVP of the national championship game in '06.
And Alex Brown and Javon Curse, they had a long list of guys that could really make the quarterback's life difficult. You gotta put pressure on the quarterback. You gotta affect him. Really nice job on this play.
And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
And that is priority number 1 for defenses. Get to the quarterback, affect him, get hits on him. They do it right here, get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Bond. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Fakes his man out. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting him to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the first down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another down.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wide receiver shows motion. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the toss. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Florida! He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They're just about ready to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice? And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the third sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting them on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Kentucky teeing it up and ready to go here in the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Line gets set, first down. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Takes the handoff. It's Moreno. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Oh, what a caught. Got some room to run. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Kentucky.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Unloads to the right. Fires the pass, intercepted. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity. A first down for the offense. Looking for space. It's Hayden. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He'll try it again. Didn't have any better luck going back to him on 2nd down. Now they're staring at 3rd and 10.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Get it out on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. And the Wildcats getting set on 1st and 10. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. They'll keep it on the ground. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They're trying to get to it. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And the defense gets a huge play. I'll tell you, they've been wreaking havoc in this one so far. They've got so many athletes up front on this defensive line. It kind of reminds me about the defenses I used to go against in practice back in the late 90s. Guys like Javon Curse coming off the edge. The freak. It was a nightmare. So hard for our guys to block. We felt like game day was easier than what we faced in practice. And I tell you, this D-line by the Gators, what they got this year, they are special.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He won't be able to return this one as it goes out of bounds. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Got it in the middle. It's moved. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Makes the grab. Using the pads, using the stiff arm, using all kind of strength to get it across the 25 to the 26. This offense has a 2nd down play. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Well, jet sweep pass. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. From the gun, they'll try the middle. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Here we go. 3rd down and 1. Let's see what you're made of. The Gators get enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They've been running it, but now the pass. And a flag comes in as this one falls incomplete. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Eighth play of the drive coming up. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Getting some heat. And the quarterback is snowed under.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold.
He tries to take the top off. And he's got it inside the 20. Touchdown Gators! Reeled it in and just made the house call.
Well, he's just running straight down the field. The thing you got to look at there is the velocity on the throw by the quarterback. He didn't lob it. He got it to him quickly, put it on his body. He was able to make the catch and then run it in for a touchdown.
And he'll bring it back. And the returner will be dragged down. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
The throw to the outside is complete. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. Kentucky going quickly. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast. And you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
Back to work on 2nd and 10 from the 41 after that last incompletion. He wants to throw it again. Pocket starts to collapse. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll go to the ground. At the 20, he's got space. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. On the option. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is 3rd and goal. They'll try the run, and they get him down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. So now they've been denied 3 straight times from the 2. Do you dare try it again?
Yes, you have to stay aggressive. All the points in today's college football, stay aggressive. Keep
into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida! They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. FIU has dug itself a hole today, and I don't think they're climbing out of that puppy. Huge interest in this game, and they have rolled over. They're trailing by 14 to Middle Tennessee. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. It's complete on the right side. He's off to the races at the 30. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
And that's good enough for a first down.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Pressure coming. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Fires to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Touchdown, Kentucky.
And And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Give the offensive line tons of credit on that running play. Just working really well as a unit right now. They're being physical. They're getting a lot of push. And you see guys working up into the second level, getting hats on hats at linebackers and DBs as they try to get involved. This O-line right now really showcasing their physicality.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
They showed this run in the first half, right? You saw it. They loaded up on this side, ran the football, had some success. What do they do in the second half? Pull some guys, run the counter the other direction to keep the defense off balance.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gator! That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And the returner will be knocked down. One more play to pad the stats. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. They'll throw it on first down. He wants a big play here late. Goes right through his hands, falls to the ground, and they have also dropped this game as the clock strikes 0. All